Let us begin by addressing a single glaringly obvious fact. The fragile edifice we call modern civilization can be undone in mere hours. If you've seen the recent blazes devouring swathes of Los Angeles, you'll recognize this fragility. Entire neighborhoods, bursting with million-dollar mansions, have been razed to the ground almost overnight. It's tempting to label the devastation as pure misfortune, or at best a product of climate patterns. But you'd be missing the central point. We live under two unyielding realities. First, everything changes, often violently and without warning. Second, and even more daunting, is the final stop no one eludes: death. Today, I'd like to discuss three matters. First, the unstoppable nature of change. Second, why death remains the ultimate referee, even if some people still cling to the notion that all is random. And finally, the urgent moral imperative these truths impose upon us before time runs out. Consider the inexorable progression of change. One might argue we are masters of our domain, thanks to technology, science, and the illusions of permanence they create. Yet we've just seen how mere sparks can turn ritzy hillsides into glowing embers faster than we can scramble a firefighting fleet. Should we be surprised? Nature has never hesitated to demonstrate its momentum. Frankly, the only shock is how often we forget. We pad our bank accounts, spout our ideological certainties, and then, without warning, a fire sweeps through and redefines everything we called secure. Which leads neatly to our second matter, death. It's often described as the great equalizer for good reason. Let's be perfectly blunt. If you believe there's no creative intelligence behind the universe, then you face a remarkable paradox. You trust in science and reason to solve problems, but you have no rational strategy to overcome the ultimate stopper, your own mortality. Indeed, Allah says in the Quran in chapter 3, verse 185, "Every soul will taste death. There is no debate, no exception. Death is not a discussion you can opt out of." To the convinced atheist, I pose this question: if there is indeed no God, can you at least outrun death?